Erik Ten Hag's initial season as the manager of Manchester United can be largely regarded as a positive one. Today, we will explore the areas in which Ten Hag will need to make improvements to elevate the team to the next level and potentially contend for the title. Although far from flawless, and apart from the heavy defeats inflicted by Manchester City, Liverpool, and Brentford, as well as the disastrous collapse against Sevilla in the Europa League, there were clear indications of improvement. Even if we momentarily set aside the actual football, Ten Hag demonstrated strength by benching players like Captain Harry Maguire and Cristiano Ronaldo. The departure of the latter reflected positively on the manager, as the once great Portuguese forward had become a problem in terms of performance, attitude, and his remarkable outburst prior to the World Cup. Furthermore, the Dutchman made the seemingly unthinkable decision to drop the in-form Marcus Rashford due to disciplinary reasons. Some may argue that their Champions League qualification came in a season with underwhelming performances from Liverpool, Chelsea, and Tottenham. However, United managed to accumulate 17 more points than the previous year. Let's not forget that they also ended a 6-year trophy drought with their League Cup success. Nevertheless, they still finished the Premier League season 14 points behind Manchester City. So while there was undeniably progress, this is not the final goal. United must continue to put in significant effort to be considered genuine challengers to City and potentially even Arsenal. There's still much work to be done. So, what are the areas where Manchester United can improve ahead of the next season? The first crucial aspect that United needs to address is their ability to build up play from the back, particularly focusing on the limitations of their goalkeeper. Throughout Ten Hag's tenure, De Gea's struggles when playing under pressure were evident, although his exceptional shot-stopping often compensated for it. However, towards the end of the season, De Gea's performances were marred by glaring errors. These mistakes were prominent in the Europa League exit against Sevilla, the match against West Ham United, where United's top 4 chances were briefly jeopardized, and the FA Cup final against Manchester City, where Ilkay Gundogan's second goal somehow found its way into the net. Prior to this sequence of events, both United and Ten Hag had been inclined to continue with De Gea as the goalkeeper for at least one more season. The belief was that reinforcing the team's midfield and attack should take priority in the summer transfer budget, which is constrained by the need to comply with the financial fair play regulations set by both the Premier League and UEFA. However, it's only reasonable for football clubs and managers to change their minds based on the evidence before them. Ten Hag's perspective evolved as De Gea's performances not only limited the team's stylistic achievements, but also showcased obvious mistakes that adversely affected their chances in multiple competitions. Based on these factors, it appears that the Red Devils are taking swift action by parting ways with De Gea and potentially securing the services of Andre Onana, widely regarded as one of the best ball-playing goalkeepers. We discussed in a previous video how Onana would be a perfect fit for Manchester United, and if you haven't already watched it, you can find the link in the description. This transfer, likely to be completed in the coming weeks, could have a transformative impact on United. On the whole, Onana possesses a more extensive range of skills compared to De Gea, excelling in building play from the back, shot-stopping, and defensive organization. He perfectly embodies the type of goalkeeper that Ten Hag seeks to maximize his system's potential, representing a crucial initial step in bridging the gap between United and the top of the league. It's easy to envision Onana anchoring United's defense with confidence, initiating build-up play from the back, and delivering accurate long passes for Rashford to chase down. United's front line and their goal-scoring threat are another area of weakness that requires attention, and there are 2 key aspects to consider. Firstly, United must improve their ability to capitalize on the existing creativity within the team, particularly when it comes to scoring goals. For instance, their expected goals for the season stood at 68.7, the lowest among the top 6 teams. This indicates that United struggled to create high-quality scoring opportunities at the same rate as their rivals. To make matters worse, they underperformed their XG by 10.7, meaning they were less efficient in converting chances into goals compared to expected. Only Chelsea and Everton were more wasteful than United in this regard. This inefficiency becomes evident when analyzing their performance in Opta-defined big chances, which are opportunities they should reasonably convert. United failed to convert in 64% of such situations, placing them among the bottom 4 teams in the league by the end of the season. While United's weakness in set-piece situations is known, many people may not be aware of just how poor they were in this aspect during the season. Effective set-piece execution may not be as glamorous as playing out from the back or applying intense high pressing, but it can significantly contribute to additional goals. Last season, 13 out of 20 Premier Leagues managed to score at least 10 goals from set pieces, while United only scored 5, boasting the worst record in the top flight. However, the most significant discrepancy lies in open play chances. In those situations, only Manchester City surpassed United with an XG of 59 compared to United's 56.6, indicating that creativity was not a major issue. However, this translated to only 48 goals for Ten Hag's side, while the champions managed 69. This stark contrast highlights the true value of having a genuine number 9 striker in the team. It is widely known that Manchester United's primary objective in this transfer window is to secure the signing of a striker. Unfortunately, Wout Weghorst did not make a convincing impact during his loan spell, and a string of injuries to Martial has confirmed to Ten Hag that he cannot rely on the French forward. Consequently, the Red Devils are eager to strengthen their attack with a new dependable number 9. However, Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen have been deemed both too expensive and unattainable, leading the club to abandon any pursuit of deals for them. Nevertheless, this leaves Ten Hag with 2 promising options to choose from: Kolo Muani and Rasmus Højlund. The young Danish striker possesses the necessary pace and strength to complement Erik Ten Hag's team, but it's important for fans to exercise patience if the club decides to sign him. He possesses remarkable speed and a burst of acceleration that allows him to surpass defenders with ease. His pace would be a valuable asset in a Manchester United side that frequently looks to swiftly counterattack against opponents. Last season, United scored the most counterattacking goals in the Premier League, while only one of Højlund's 9 Serie A goals was categorized as a counterattacking situation. The potential exists for United to exploit this approach with him in the team. In Erik Ten Hag's favored 4-2-3-1 formation, the lone striker must not only score goals, but also involve teammates in the play. His pass success rate of 74.3% last season, while playing as a striker, indicates his ability to hold up the ball, lead the attacking line, and create scoring opportunities for his teammates. However, there are areas of his game that require refinement, particularly his finishing skills. Last season, only one United player achieved double figures in league goals, highlighting the need for Ten Hag to acquire someone who can consistently find the back of the net. Moving to a club of Manchester United's stature automatically brings its own pressure, and Højlund will need to be gradually integrated into the team. Patience will be required as he adapts, but he possesses the potential to make a significant impact and become a sensation in the world of football. On the other hand, Kolo Muani comes at a higher cost, but appears to be a more polished player. His impressive record of 23 goals and 11 assists demonstrate his genuine quality as a striker who is not only capable of scoring, but also creating opportunities for his teammates. Regardless of who United ultimately sign as their primary striker, they could benefit from distributing the responsibility of chance creation across the team. Bruno Fernandes experienced a remarkable individual season, returning to his top form after a somewhat disappointing performance in the previous year. The Portuguese star could arguably be considered the standout midfielder in the Premier League. Aside from Fernandes, United had very few reliable creators in the team, which further emphasizes the rationale behind the signing of the versatile Mason Mount. It would make logical sense for Mason Mount to assume the position alongside Casemiro in the starting lineup, potentially replacing Eriksen. Mount has demonstrated his ability to adapt and play a deeper role when required. His strong work rate renders him a viable option to feature alongside Casemiro and Fernandes in the midfield. In terms of the defensive line, the partnership between the tenacious Martinez and the reliable Varane have proven to be highly effective and is likely to be the preferred choice of central defenders. On the flanks, Luke Shaw stood out as one of the top performers last season, while Wan-Bissaka, although more defensively oriented, displayed commendable solidity. Marcus Rashford had his best season to date on the left wing and will aim to replicate his success in the upcoming year. On the right, Anthony will need to elevate his game and repay the trust bestowed upon him by the Dutch manager by improving his end product and providing assistance to whoever occupies the forward position. Under Ten Hag's guidance, there's been evident progress both collectively and at an individual level. However, the uncertainty surrounding the ownership situation is less than ideal, as it may be causing delays in their transfer market activities. Despite this, there is a newfound sense that the manager is a suitable and progressive choice, which has been lacking for quite some time. With the right signings and a dose of patience, there is potential for United to narrow the gap with their Manchester rivals. How many years do you think it'll take for Manchester United to win the league? Share your opinions in the comments section below. If you want to know how United's new goalkeeper, Onana, can make Ten Hag's team dominate matches, check out this video next.